Number 20 to control.
20.
Have I got a supervisor on the green that's made Liz request in one?
That's a negative. If you want to take it to custody, there should be a custody side there you can speak to.
Charlie November 1, I'm literally around the corner from him, just dropping someone off for custody and I'll travel over.
You'll have Charlie November 1 and 20.
20, many thanks.
Is that the chap on Islington High Street?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Remember, if you want to engage that unit, you want to try to fall once you're in the green light attached to the cab.
Very card, thank you. Right, come on then, young man, out you get. Hey, sneeze in my face, and I promise you, I'll punch teeth down your throat.
Charlie November 3,
That's
guys.
one. Yeah, you must be getting fed up with me calling up. It's just to let you know, we've cleared off that CAD. LAS have transported to the hospital. They have no idea where this male's taken. They've administered no drugs, possibly life-threatening injuries. We're closed off the tequila lab with permission of the head
Have
foreman,
to.
Andy Robertson, for further investigation with the forensics and detective team. We'll
Absolutely
contact you if
disgusting.
we've got any further information. Any further CADs related to the tequila lab should be directed to us.
Spitting at people.
Yeah, Sheriff, I can see we've got quite a lot of units in the game now, which is nice. Thank you for the update.
Disgusting. Don't care. Disgusting. Absolutely repulsive. From one bell into the net. I remember one about to green up. He just attached me to the idiot that wants to speak to a supervisor.
I can indeed.
Yeah, Sarge, what call sign do I need to log on to? So it was logged on to
November
November
1,
2-1.
Oh, shoot.
Thank you.
Okay,
I will be there any minute.
no, I'm automatic booked off for some weird reason. It won't let me log into 2.
What was that, matey? Oh. See what he wants. Ops number is 4.
Yes, yes, I've just tried doing that. It says call signs already.
Charlie November 1 in channel. Always get past it. High Street, across High Street, I'm literally just tearing it. Oh, this is what he wants. Come on, mate. Hello, young man. You alright?
Yeah. Who's the supervisor, sorry?
That'll be me.
Officer, do you want to tell him your side first?
Yeah, so as I was, when I was walking the middle of the road, and he started going up to people, swearing at them, swearing.
The middle of the road, you lying bastard!
Please don't swear, mate.
It's all
Just,
on the body cam, okay?
I fucking hope it is on body cam. Middle of...
Yeah, you moved from the middle of the road, you went up to people by the CDs.
I crossed the road. That's not walking in the middle of the
Yeah,
road.
I know, but you were in the middle of the traffic.
Are you gonna
What
let him
the
finish?
fuck?
Cause you, hey, if you swear one more time, I'll arrest you. Okay. So
I'm already in fucking cuffs.
Right.
So
Okay. You're further
you
under
spoke-
arrest. Section 5, public order. You go.
I apologise, carry on.
Oh, that's what I thought. Are you gonna let him speak now? You've asked him
Yeah,
to.
yeah, I will, I
Okay.
promise.
Go on
Yeah,
then,
so he started going up to people, swearing. He trying to start an altercation. So then I told him to go, and then he walked up to someone else, started swearing at them. So then I arrested him for drunk disorderly.
You had anything to drink tonight?
Yes, I have, officer.
Okay. So, my colleague has established that your behaviour would be determined as disorderly by a person of reasonable firmness. You are intoxicated and or otherwise affected by alcohol. As such, you fit the criteria for drunk and disorderly. The points to prove, as far as I'm concerned, are met. The offence is complete. And unless you have a complaint about this officer's conduct, which can be dealt with afterwards by means of a formal complaint, the officer can be looked into via misconduct proceedings, which I'm sure he won't need to be, because everything's recorded on body-worn video. Is there anything else I could help you with?
Well, yeah.
What?
Being drunk is not an offence.
No, it's not on its own, but to be drunk and disorderly is an offence.
But what have I done that's disorderly?
My colleague is alleging that you've been approaching people, causing altercations, shouting in the faces of members of the public. We've had a separate third-party 999 call from somebody who's alleged the same thing.
Officer, can I give you a rundown of what happened?
You can give me your side of events. Yeah, it's not going to change my decision, no.
Right, this copper in the van
Yeah.
was coming up this road. Yeah, I crossed the road, and I was looking at the CDs down there, right? And this guy just fucking turned around and put his face in mine. So I said, "What the fuck are you staring at?" He then squared up to me and walked off because he's in the police van. I didn't follow him, but this guy came up to me and said, "Why are you instigating fights?"
Okay, but why have we had a separate call about that?
About what?
Well, we've had another call. We had a 999 call from somebody saying that you were running around, walking around, shouting at people in their faces. So that's the original call, which this officer was attending. But subsequently, he's seen you doing the same thing again.
Well, is that not down to you to prove to me that that was me doing that?
Yeah, and how do we prove things?
CCTV.
Okay, and do you think we can get CCTV at 2:42 on a Friday night?
Yeah, that's your job.
No, our job is to investigate crime by any means necessary, and the effective way to do that is to effect an arrest. In terms of necessitating that is to allow prompt and effective investigation by means of obtaining CCTV, obtaining statements from this officer, potentially the person that's called 999, obtaining evidence from this officer's body-worn video, and then discussing that with you in an interview.
So you're not going to investigate, you're just going to arrest me on presumptions.
We arrest under suspicion of an offence, and we investigate that offence whilst you're in custody, hence the necessity to arrest you, as dictated by Pays Code G.
No. I'm not happy with that. Do you know what it is? It's because I'm fucking bald and use a lot of got hair. That's what it is.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. I said it to this officer and he laughed.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can understand why he laughed. I think it's hilarious. Because the fact that you even consider that, I mean, being bald isn't a protected characteristic, is it?
How do you know?
How do I know? Because there's a defined
I'd
list
take
of
that. I'd take that as offensive, officer. I won't
That's
make a complaint.
fantastic. You can make a complaint, I've already told you that, but that can be dealt with retrospectively. At the minute, you're under arrest for a specific event. His clock has started, you're just delaying proceedings now, so I'm going to ask you very nicely, if we help you, to stand up. Aside from that, if you don't want to stand up, we'll use force to get you into the back of the van.
No, you ain't got to use force. If you grab my arms, I'll stand up.
You're going to stand up yourself?
Yeah, I've been cooperative. I've this guy in the fucking vest.
The vest? Oh, I mean...
The yellow fucking shiny thing.
I'm going to grab your arm, stand yourself up, buddy. Here we go. Have you got some details off him, mate, and searched him?
No, I haven't got
Have you searched him?
No, not yet.
Anyways, just turn around, face that wall for me, mate. I'm going to search you because you've been arrested on section 32 of Pace.
Fucking police is corrupt, man.
I've warned you once about you swearing. You've been arrested already.
Mate, I don't give a fuck what you say.
Okay.
Because you're just going to make up shit anyway.
What have I made up?
Bro, you can't even drive your fucking car in a parking spot without crashing into the fence.
No, nobody's crashed, mate.
Yeah, that mark on your police car says different.
Okay, that's fine. There's no mark on the police car, but like I say, if there's anything in your pockets that's going to hurt myself or my colleague...
No, I haven't.
You got anything in your pockets at all?
Have I got what, sorry?
Anything in your pocket at all?
I think I've got a phone and a wallet.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll take those out, they'll go into the evidence bag, they'll be booked into your property, you'll get them back when you leave hotel custody.
Okay.
Just want to grab, grab this wallet and phone, mate. Just want to pop them in the boot of the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to give us your name? Going to give us your name? Ennis. I'm going to make a note of this, mate. Dennis Reynolds, usual spelling for both of them.
Okay, why you
Yes,
asking
mate.
me that?
Which date of birth, buddy?
25th of March 1978.
That's none of your business either.
25th of March 1978. How old does that make you?
44. Mate, can you not see why I'm pissed off? I know I've swore and shit, but
I do understand why you're pissed off, yeah, but mate, you've got to understand that I wasn't here at the time, and you know my colleagues witnessed what he believes to be an offence. He's got a lawful right to arrest you to establish whether that offence has been committed. And I'm not going to come here and argue with him because it's his power to arrest. I can't
no, I'm not.
supersede
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm not saying that, but the fact that he arrested me and let everyone else. He told me he was arresting me for public order or whatever, swearing. The amount of people that just walked past us effing and jeffing, man, and he just didn't say anything.
Okay, so I mean, you've got to consider that. I mean, are you offended by swearing? I would argue as a reasonable person that you're not offended by swearing.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Are you aware of what the offence of causing intentional harassment, alarm, or distress is?
Not in detail, no. I
Okay,
understand what it means,
the Public Order Act, which dictates stuff like swearing in public and shouting in public, effectively is pretty much open to interpretation as behaviour which is likely to cause a person of reasonable firmness harassment, alarm, or distress. Somebody has obviously been harassed, alarmed, or distressed by what you've done because they've called 999, haven't they? So as a police, we have to be seen to take positive action in respect of that. In terms of being drunk and disorderly, the Criminal Justice Act says that you have to be in a public place, you have to be drunk, and you have to be disorderly. They're the 3 points to prove for that. I think, based off the fact you're in a public place, based off the fact you were screaming and shouting and swearing in your words, and the fact that you're approaching people, and my colleagues witnessed that, I would argue that behaviour could be perceived as disorderly. So, as a police, we have a responsibility to establish that, and the easiest way for us to do that, like you say, is to get CCTV. Actually, in terms of drunk and disorderly, it's not an offence for which you would usually get interviewed because it's an absolute offence. You've either done it or you've not. You can challenge our view on it, and you'll end up going to court. But in the first instance, you wouldn't be interviewed about that. You'll be you'll just be charged with the offence once you're suitable to be charged because it's least witnessed offence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What will happen now is we'll go to custody. My colleague will have to put a statement in to the effect of what's happened. We will get CCTV. You won't be asked about it in an interview environment just because of the nature of the offence. It's something that the police can charge, and it's police witness, so it doesn't need interview. And if you want to contest that, the easiest way to do that will be at court.
Right, okay.
But the likelihood is, mate, drunk. Have you been in trouble before?
No, mate, I've got a clean fucking record.
Okay, so the likelihood is, mate, you'll get something called some restorative justice, or you get something called a PND, which is a penalty notice for disorder, effectively a fine. Restorative justice could be anything from a telling off, verbal conversation with a police officer, but that cannot take place until you're sober. At the minute, because you've been drinking, I would argue that you're not sober, and in the morning you're probably going to regret all of this.
I mean, I'm not pissed, but
No, I don't think you're legless. I think you're probably a little bit wound up because you've had some alcohol. And I think the easiest way to alleviate that is for you to go and have a sleep in the cells, and then tomorrow morning, when days come on and the prisoner handling team comes on, you'll be charged with being drunk and disorderly in a public place, and subsequently you'll be given a PND or restorative justice. You're not going to end up in court, mate, unless you decide to contest it. And aside from that, it's forgotten about.
no, I'm not going to contest it.
Okay, no worries. Are you happy to walk down with my colleague to his van and go to custody?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. I'll leave you to it. All my details are on the incident log, so if you ever want to discuss it, you can do. And how to make a complaint will be given to you after you leave custody. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, mate. I'll leave you to it. Mate, if you need anything, just give us a bing bong.
Yep. Love yourself up.
Cheers. Mate, control, channel number 1. That's another fool that's been told where to go and stick it. He's on his way to custody. Did you need me for anything else?
That's a negative at the moment.
Lovely, I might get my burger in peace now.
I'll try not to